Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here at MTK Scotland. With me I've got the main man himself, Danny Vaughan, and the other main man, Dominic Vaughan. How you doing, Dom?
Right.
You good?
Not bad.
You're not nervous being on camera, are you?
A little bit like.
You'll be good. Danny, I'll just jump straight into it.
Yep.
Big fight of the weekend for Paddy Barnes. Tough loss, broke his nose in the first round. I just want to get your thoughts on the fight itself and what's next for Paddy, I suppose.
Yeah, it was a tough fight. When we first got offered the fight, I didn't fancy the fight, I'm brutally honest. Just because of the size of the fella, not about his ability and stuff, it was just the size of him, and you could see the size when he got in. I said no to the fight. Then they come back to us and said we're going to have to take the fight, and with Paddy being the balls what he's got, and being Irish, and fighting Madison Square Garden on St Patrick's Day, it was a fight that he didn't want to turn down. So, his nose got broken in the first 10 seconds, but I think he come out a winner. He'll just brush himself down, and we'll make flyweight. And as I said to you twice before, Paddy will be world champion of flyweight in the next few fights. Well,
Dom, I'll let you were obviously in the corner for the fight. Did the broken nose in the first round, did that basically dictate the rest of the fight?
Yeah, that's it. They were saying like the fair punch changed the fight, and that's what it did. But we're in there with like a good game plan stuff, but he just saying every punch what I'm getting to him was like a thunderbolt at every single punch. So when he's getting close, letting the shots off to move, he's just standing there taking him because he's just too big, too strong for me.
That's what it's obviously bantamweight.
What's on the sayings, right? They've gone in with a plan, but as they say, you punch in the face and the nose like that, the plan's out the window. But he couldn't breathe. He was swallowing blood all the time and stuff. But for me, he done well. I mean, it could have went either way. I thought the kid just edged it, to be fair. But the size and stuff, Andrew, it was like, I'm not there. I'm having a few problems with my visa at the minute with America. So for me, to not be there, like it was hard to watch.
Well, he did a brutally honest interview, post-fight interview in the ring, when he said, I don't know what the judges were seeing and everyone around, and he said, if I can't win this fight, then I might as well retire. But obviously, a few days to reflect on that, he shouldn't be fighting at bantamweight, and it's not a fight for him. So, will Paddy retire? Like you said, you believe he's going to be a world champion at flyweight?
No chance. I mean, he's fighting out to his division. Everyone's seen how he performed. He was handicapped right away with the broken nose. He come through the fight. I mean, he hit the fella in the 4th or 5th round with a right hand. He was gone. He just couldn't follow it up. He's swallowing blood all the time. But I still believe that Paddy's the man in the flyweight division. He will become world champion. I'm on camera saying it because he will be world champion.
What do you make of obviously Paddy done an interview with Coogan out in New York when he said that he doesn't want to give Sonny Edwards the fight, but now Sonny Edwards has come back and he said some stuff about Paddy after the fight and all that sort of stuff. Does that fight interest any of the parties?
Listen, Sonny's a super talent, and they have been giving each other a bit of stick. Me as a coach, and I'm a friend of Sonny's as well, I try and stay out of all that bollocks. For me, it's a load of shite, really. I mean, listen, we've got a plan for Paddy. He's gone out to a weight division, he's coming back to flyweight. We're ahead of Sonny. If I'm honest, people can have their opinions. That's my opinion. I've trained Sonny, I've trained Charlie. If I'm just being honest, I just still think Paddy's the man in the flyweight division.
Do you think the Paddy Barnes and Charlie Edwards fight could that be made in the future, or
that'd be a fight
next
that would jump at that fight tomorrow? That'd be a fight what we could do. I mean, they're both MTK. Why not get it on? We'll have it.
Well, another fight of yours, you'll probably get your opinion on this as well, please, Dom. Sam Maxwell's fighting for the WBO European, this Saturday. How's Sam looking?
Right now he's flying. It's a big step up for him. He's ready for it. He's been ready for 12 months, Andrew. We've just been waiting for the opportunity. With the way he's been performing in the gym, like, it's been frightening. He's really on his game. So we've had a change of opponent. He was fighting a fella named Kevin Tuttle, 14-4. Good kid. We trained for him for 8 weeks. Now it's changed. We're fighting Sebri Serini or something.
Easy for you to say, is it?
Not really, no. Not with my scout's voice, no. Anyway, so we've had a look at the kid on YouTube. We could only get one look at him for a couple of minutes. Sam will be okay. I mean, whoever he fights the weekend, he's ready, so we're not really too concerned.
You're obviously the main man in the gym when it comes to training the fighters now. I see you on the pads and the body bag and all that sort of stuff. So, what's your thoughts on Sam and how he's done in training camp and the thoughts on the fight?
He's looking unbelievable. He's flying. He is. I think Saturday going out himself on the scene. The big super lightweights out there. I think they all should be worried, mate, because he's coming for them all. Good
stuff. Well, that's the thing I was going to ask. Winning this title, where does Sam sit in this division? I mean, you've got guys like Jack Catterall, Josh Taylor, Robbie Davis Jr. You've got really big names. Robbie Davis Jr. fight, Scalps Affair would be a cracking fight. But where does winning this fight, where does Sam sit in that sort of hat of fighters?
Once he gets this title, because he'll go and win this on Saturday, then he's ready for them type of fights like Robbie Davis. You know, he's a couple of fights away from Jack, like Robbie Davis, or the kid who Robbie Davis, whoever wins that one would have that one. But 2 or 3 more fights, Sam's ready to go.
I'll go. Okay, who's the number 1 super lightweight in your gym then, Danny? You don't have to answer. You don't have to.
You put me under pressure like that, we'll all end up falling out.
I know. Me personally, I think it's Tyrone McKenna. There you go.
Right then.
Again, you got a massive show on Friday night, MTK Scotland show. Huge show again. You're doing wonders for Scottish boxing. Just talk to me about the fights itself. You've got Lewis Benson coming back, you've got Kieran Smith, you've got a couple of young fellas, Hughes McFadden, Jack Turner. Just give me your thoughts.
There's 9 fights on it. We've had a couple of pull-outs. Kieran Smith was going to defend his WBC title against Adam Harper, so I'd just like to address it because people are saying Adam Harper pulled out. He never pulled out. The man, he's a fighting man, he's a nice fella, Adam, I like him, you know him well. He is having a few problems with the board, so that's why he's not fighting, so just get that out there because the fella never pulled out. But we've got Kieran matched up now, he's doing an 8-rounder. We couldn't get anyone in time for a short notice, it was just, we couldn't do it.
Well, I want to talk about the young guys like Rhys McFadden and Jack Turner. How do you see these two progress? I mean, they were absolutely outstanding amateurs. How do you see them in the pro games? 2
top kids. Rhys, different style, switch hitter, fight anyone. He's ringing me up, he wants to fight everyone. He's fighting Friday. It's just a progression fight. He's getting married Saturday morning, so we don't want him to get any marks on him. But Rhys, being Rhys, just hope he doesn't get cut or anything.
The good thing about Rhys, he talks and he's got that swagger about him. He's quite a funny kid. So again, that's what stands you in good stead in the pro game, is just that talking.
All we've got to do is Rhys is just he's with a good coach with Joe Am there. I speak to Joe and we'll get him the right fight at the right time. The thing is whether he's going to be a bantamweight, is he too small for bantam, or does he do superfly? The next few fights we'll sort it out and we'll take it from there. But he's got a big future.
See, MTK in Scotland, how big do you think you can go? Can you get the hydro, do you think? Maybe if you get a big name in Scottish boxing?
Well, that's what we're looking on doing. Like we've just done the deal with the Espn and Top Rank. So it's not necessarily just saying the Irish fighters are going to fight in America, or the English kids. The platform's here for the Scottish boxers, and that's what we've come to do. We've taken the fight to the ISO. We're working in the netball arena at the minute, but we're looking going where the big fights, where the track is in the middle. So there's kids here who's got a platform now, and we can make them fights happen.
But can I ask you obviously you train quite a lot of the Irish guys in MTK, but and to name a few, Tyrone McKenna, Paddy Barnes, and Tyrone McCullough and whatnot, and you manage quite a number of Scottish fighters in MTK, but don't want to put you on the spot, but who stands out for you? Which kid do you look at? It doesn't have to be somebody you train, but who do you think that kid's special? I think he's going to go far. Is there one
Scottish fighters or my fighters?
Any MTK Scotland or the Irish guys?
The Irish guys, I'd say Sean McComb is standing out at the minute. You'd have to see him work, and we watch him every day in the gym. The kid's class. He's going to the top without a doubt. Scottish kids, I like the look of Jack Turner. He's just starting off as a professional debut. He looks good. You've got Lewis Benson now, who performed out of his skin against Tyrone McKenna. That kid now deserves his chance at a title as well, because he was great on the night, to be honest. But there's a good few.
So do you echo that as well?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Did anyone in you particular you got your eye on and think that's going to go for that kid?
I like Rhys McFadden too. I think he's going to do very well. I like his style. I think he's going to go for the pro game. His style will suit the pro game well. Good
stuff. Good. So you got Belfast next week. Another big show for you. I mean, you're a busy man, Danny.
Well, I've got the show tomorrow night, and then I've got a 7 o'clock flight on Saturday morning up to Leicester for Sam's fight. Come back Sunday, work in the gym, and then I'll fly to Belfast then on Thursday for the lads to fight Friday. I'll get a couple of days off, and I've told the lads now it's only a weekend off, and we're back in the gym because we've got fights in May, June. Well,
again, this is obviously, it's not the 3 guys that you've got in the belt. This isn't a big fights for them, but do you think in the summertime with Sean McComb, Tyrone McKenna and Tyrone McCullough, who's world ranked, do you think come the summertime, end of the year, there's going to be huge fights, huge titles in the line for these 3 kids?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're using this, they've all got 6 rounders next week. We're using this as a workout sort of thing, you know what I mean? So they'll get the workouts on the night, they'll come through the fights, come back to the gym on the Tuesday, and they've all got dates. There's fights that I can't really say at the minute, but they'll all be fighting for titles this year,
Good stuff. You can't tell me anything now?
Not just now.
Not yet? Okay,
Not just
you know
now.
I'm coming back then.
Listen, I knew sitting here you were going to ask me anyway.
Well, you touched on it a little bit there with the MTK ESPN deal. I'll get your thoughts on it as well, Dom, if you don't mind. Just what does this mean for the MTK fighters?
It's mad because you know, you're working with Bob Arum on Top Rank. Like Bob Arum is top of the tree. You know yourself. We're boxing men. To see my wife and Jamie Conlon on a picture with Bob Arum,
seen it on Instagram. Yeah.
Is this for real? Is this really happening? It just shows you where us as a whole as MTK as a team have come in the last 5 years. It's just amazing. But you know, it's hard work what's got us here. So we're here to stay now. Like that's the end of it.
Again, Paddy obviously done the show out in New York there. But is there opportunity for these young kids to possibly? I mean, even Sean McComb for out in Boston, excuse me, but is there opportunity for a lot of these kids to go and apply their trade out in New York, Boston,
that's what
Vegas,
I've just said
LA?
to you.
Yeah.
Like I've just said to you before, you know, I'm building something here special in Scotland, and we're working at every promoter. It's not just MTK. We want to build Scottish boxing as a whole and send it to the roof. So what I'm saying is these shows are what we're having now. We're building a platform. You know, obviously the top kids will get the chance over on the ESPN deal as well, on the ESPN shows. So, you know, and it must be a lift to see what us as MTK bring it to the table for the boxers thinking, hang on, if I start performing here, I'll end up in America and everywhere, and that's what it's all about.
Definitely. Well, Dom, you've been out in Boston with Sean McComb and in New York with Paddy Barnes. How are you finding going out to the States and the whole experience of the huge arenas and the American?
He doesn't do the small shows no more.
You're the small
Boston, he's the main man now.
Okay, you are the main man. I'm going to just come to you from now on, so you better get used to this camera.
No problem.
So how are you finding how are you finding the States and obviously these big arenas, the big shows and stuff like that?
It's unbelievable. Just like everything on a big scale, like the weigh-ins, you know, everything's just everything bigger and better. You know, it's just unbelievable. It's so organised, but it's unreal. So
you enjoying it though?
I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's just class.
Any more dates out to you? You got any more dates planned for the States?
So I hope so. Like,
yeah, you enjoyed it. I hope your dad doesn't get his visa.
Just get me visa in time.
It's probably him that's holding you back. He's formed up. Don't give him it.
Give him it after the show.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, again, MTK's flying in that, and I don't know how much you can say on it, but it was mentioned that Lee McGregor, who's one of the probably top prospects in Scottish boxing, maybe even British boxing, British boxing, Commonwealth champion, Bantamweight champion. I don't know how much you can say, but he's obviously signed an advisory deal with MTK. I just want to get your thoughts on Lee McGregor and signing with MTK.
Yeah, Lee is a fantastic fighter, and he's probably one of the best fighters in Britain. He's signed an advisory role with MTK, and there's not much I can really say on that because it's in the solicitor's hands and stuff. I don't really know too much about it, to be honest, but what I do know is bringing Lee now with us with these MTK shows, we'll be topping the shows in Glasgow or Edinburgh with Lee, and Lee's going right to the top. And he's a lovely kid as well. He's a nice, really nice lad. Right,
question for both of you then. Dom, you as well. I want a good, strong answer. Obviously, the fights tomorrow night are getting streamed on IFL TV. Why should the fans tune in?
Tune in tomorrow night because this show and my Glasgow shows, MTK Glasgow shows, is the only place to be. I know there's other shows going on elsewhere, but if you want to watch serious talent, tune into IFL tomorrow.
You're going to just say 7 PM, is it?
7 PM.
7 PM. You're going to just say. Agree. Exactly what he said.
That's it.
Good stuff. Well, I won't keep you much longer. We've got the weigh-in. You can see the backdrop and all that. Your gym's outstanding, Danny. I must admit.
Thanks very much.
You've got
the weigh-in's at 3 o'clock.
The cryotherapy.
Oh yeah, now.
Talk to me about that.
MTK Global Scotland Gym. We are now based. Glasgow Cryotherapy is based here. So if anyone's looking to get frozen,
neck, Danny,
you can come and test it in a minute. No. But that's where we're based here now. So if anyone wants, just give us a DM if you want to book.
You heard it here. Glasgow Therapy. You're on Instagram as well.
Instagram, Facebook, and we're on Twitter. We're on Twitter as well. Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, guys, let's get ready for that weigh-in. Thanks for this, IFL TV. Danny, I'll catch you in tomorrow night. And I'll catch you in Belfast as well
next week. Thanks very much, Andrew. Appreciate it.
Well done. Appreciate that. Get used to this camera.
Yeah,
get used to it. Right, guys. Thanks very much.
Thanks for that.